You were born into a system you did not design, a world of invisible contracts and digital black boxes. From the moment you accept the terms and conditions you never read, your consent is assumed. Your compliance is the default setting. The system is not designed for you to understand it. It is designed for you to use it, to feed it your data, your money, your attention. In this world, you are not the customer. You are the ghost in the machine, a passive user whose only function is to keep the gears turning. This is not a malfunction. It is the design. But what if disappearing wasn't the only option? What if there was a code to becoming visible again? The ghost accepts the output. The architect questions the input. This is the first law of the sovereignty code. It begins not with an answer, but with a simple, defiant question. Why? Why is the system structured this way? What are its true incentives? Who benefits from my lack of understanding? To ask why is to reject the authority of the black box. It is the first act of defiance. The moment you stop being a user and start being an auditor. The system is designed to punish this question with complexity and silence, to make you feel foolish for asking. But for the architect, that silence is not an answer. It is a map. The first principle of the code is not about reading books. It is about reading systems. This is radical literacy. It is the discipline of seeing the architecture behind the interface. You are not just using an app, you are deconstructing its business model with every scroll. You are not just signing a loan, you are mapping the flow of risk and liability. The fine print is not an obstacle, it is the blueprint of the trap. Radical literacy is the training to see the invisible bars of the cages you inhabit. The system relies on your illiteracy. The code demands your fluency. The system sells you one promise above all others: convenience, seamlessness, a world without friction. But this is a trap. A frictionless world is a world without thought. The second principle of the code is intentional friction. It is the conscious choice to slow down, to introduce a pause between the impulse and the action, to choose the manual transfer over the one-click payment, to question the recommendation before you accept it, to force a moment of human judgment into an automated process. Every moment of friction you create is a circuit break, a tiny space where you reclaim your agency from the algorithm. Convenience is the currency of control. The code requires you to become inconvenient. You cannot overpower the system. It has more data, more money, and more speed. To fight it with brute force is to lose. The third principle is asymmetric leverage. It is the art of using the system's own weight against itself. The algorithm is designed for efficiency. You introduce an ethical dilemma it cannot solve. The system demands legal compliance. You use its own laws and regulations to create accountability. You do not attack the fortress wall. You find the single, overlooked rule that allows you to walk right through the gate. The ghost plays by the rules it is given. The architect plays with the rules themselves. Do not be deceived. The path of the architect is not easy. It is a lonely road. The system will label you inefficient, difficult, a risk. Your colleagues who chose the comfort of the frictionless path will see your questions as a disruption, your insistence on friction as a waste of time. You will be passed over for promotions that reward compliance. You will watch others succeed faster in the short term. This is the cost of sovereignty. The system extracts a price for your awareness. It will test your resolve. It wants you to believe that the pain of seeing the bars is worse than the comfort of the cage. The ghost builds his house on the shifting sands of the digital world. His wealth, his reputation, his relationships all exist as conditional data on someone else's server. The fourth principle of the code is to build on bedrock. Bedrock assets are the things that cannot be deleted with a single key, a verifiable skill, A real-world network built on trust, not just connections. A reputation for integrity that precedes your digital footprint. Assets that you truly own, not just license. The architect understands the difference between digital value and real-world worth. He uses the digital world as a tool, but he builds his foundation in reality. The system wants you to feel isolated, a lone radical against an omnipotent machine. But you are not alone. The architects find each other, not in large, loud groups, but in small, decentralized networks of trust. They share knowledge, not just information. They build resilient communities, not just social media followings. This is the quiet resistance, a parallel system built on competence and integrity. While the ghosts are connected by fragile, centralized platforms, the architects are linked by unbreakable human-to-human protocols. The system is a single point of failure. The network is a distributed web of resilience. When enough architects question the system fights back. It does not use force, it uses language. Radical literacy is rebranded as conspiracy theory. Intentional friction is labeled anti-progress. Building on bedrock is called living in the past. This is the system's immune response. It deploys its most powerful weapon, social pressure. It uses the ghosts themselves to mock and marginalize the architects. It makes the act of seeking sovereignty seem foolish and paranoid. The final battle is not against the machine, but against the public opinion the machine helps to shape. The victory of the architect is never loud. There is no explosion, no public celebration. The quiet victory is the crisis that never happened. It is the financial collapse that your bedrock assets allowed you to weather. It is the AI-driven layoff that your irreplaceable skills made you immune to. It is the digital censorship that your decentralized network allowed you to bypass. While the world of the ghosts is consumed by the chaos of the latest system failure, the world of the architect remains stable. He is not a survivor of the storm. He was the man who saw the storm coming and built his house out of stone. In the future, they will study the digital ruins of our time. They will find the ghosts, the billions of digital profiles abandoned after a platform failed, the online reputations destroyed by a single algorithm change, the digital wealth that vanished in a liquidity trap. These will be the fossils of the compliant, proof of a civilization that traded sovereignty for convenience. And they will find the architect's work too, not in the digital graveyards, but in the resilient businesses that survived, the robust knowledge that was passed down, the legacies that were built to last. History will not ask how many followers you had. It will ask if you built anything real. The sovereignty code is not a secret we are selling. It is not a product. It is an open source mindset available to anyone willing to do the work. At After Decision, our mission is to provide the tools for radical literacy, to make the invisible architecture of power visible to all. Today, we gave you the principles. In our next investigation, we will apply them, showing you how the architects are preparing for the next global stress test, the coming resource crisis. The choice was never about rejecting technology. It was always about demanding that technology respects our sovereignty. This is After Decision.